Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Salt City Racing. Ty Kyler's joined us live from the big city of Dodge City. Ty Kyler, how's everything in Dodge City?
Good, man. It's not as windy as it was this weekend, that's for sure.
Thank goodness.
I tell you, that was the worst drive of my life in a race rig. Kyler, number two, was coming out of Dodge City last year when that rainstorm hit up there. That was another nightmare coming out of there. Boy, I tell you. Normally takes me about 2 hours and 30 minutes to get there. It took me over 3 hours.
Oh, shoot.
But, and we got about halfway there, and I looked at Jake, and I said, Jake, this is crazy.
I drove by a house on the way out there. The siding was blown off of it. Piece of siding come off and went across the highway.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
But we started an hour later, and the weatherman happened to be right this time, and it died down, and the flags just drooped. You noticed that? It was perfect night.
It ended up being a very beautiful night. You guys did a great job.
I appreciate that.
So anyway, hey, let's get things kicked off here at Salt City Racing. Hey, guys, we're about, what's the day? It's 10th, 26th. We're 16 days or 15 days. Everyone to classify that away.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's been a long road, but I'll be really excited when that first heat race rolls out. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, so, hey, let's get back through our sponsors and everybody that's helping us get this put together. Murphy Tractor and Equipment, Curtis and Dan, those guys are been awesome to work with. And, of course, we got more equipment showing up here next week to keep going on the track. Richardson Brothers Construction, of course, John and Ross Richardson have been tremendous help over there in Hutch. So, guys, thank John and Ross Richardson for that. Hampel Oil for the fuel. We haven't burnt much diesel fuel lately, but we're getting ready to burn some more. That's for sure. Kylie, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right. Ox Equipment and Andale Construction. If you would drive by the north side of the track, you'll see out there where the camper parking out there, still some slabs laying out there that they poured, Mike. Thank you enough for that. We're getting ready to hang some walls up. Mike and I have been playing some phone tag this afternoon. We're going to put a couple panels up. BG Products, of course, the great partnership we have here at Mel Hamilton Ford. They're going to be great to work with over there. They stepped up and asked to be part of that, so it'll be exciting what all we're going to do with BG Products. Agri Centers, side by sides. Kyler had that side by side work out at Dodge City.
Oh man, it worked perfect. The guys were just ecstatic, and we got to use it a couple of times on some pretty bad sprint car wrecks. And it was so nice to have everything in one unit. So thank them for letting us borrow that for the year.
Exactly. Zener Electric, we were over there the other night. Of course, hope everybody got on the site and saw the pictures of us out there with the lights on. And Zener Electric, Dustin and his crew and Cody are out there. They're going to be tremendous help making sure all the lights work and stuff. We talked about the pits, lighting them up over there. Didn't know there were some of them light towers over there we can turn on. And they're, Kyler, I think that'll light the pits up. Don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. There's some light towers on the east side of the property there, and we'll get them suckers turned on and have plenty of light.
Anyway, the other thing is the construction rentals that's coming to Hutchinson from Salina. We're going to put about 3, we think, with the light tires on the back straightaway. Could we race? Yeah, we could race, but I want it to be safer and stuff. And Kelly over there at the fairgrounds said, "You're not going to need those lights." And I said, "Kelly, we probably really don't." But the front straightaway is lit up very nice with the lights coming off the grandstands and everything else too. So we're going to put about 3 light tires on the back straightaway there to light up that back stretch, because I want them racers to be able to see what they're doing and be extra safe from that part too, from that start. And then, of course, United Rentals coming through with a water truck. Think we need a water truck, guys?
No.
So thank United Rentals for the water truck. They're going to help us with that. Give us a nice big water truck to handle those situations and stuff too. So anyway, Kyler, we kind of kicked off the show. We had a great show. I hope you had a great show last weekend. We came out and raced out there with you on your racetrack. So we had a great time and stuff like that too. So what's next on the Dodge City Raceway?
Yeah, so we're back in action on the 27th, the night after Hutch. But we have a car show coming up in conjunction with the Dodge City Storm Arena football team. Got some cars going to go out there and watch the football players scrimmage that night. That's a cool partnership to be partnered with the DC Storm. So want to thank them for partnering with us. And then we'll come to Hutch for a week or so, help you get everything ready, and be back to Dodge to get things rolling back here for our opening night on the little track with the DCRP micro shootout.
All right. Awesome. Going to be fun again at Dodge City. So anyway, guys, 15, 16 days away. Let's go to practice. We're going to have that practice on that Thursday. We started off with a contest of having who could get the most votes, 2 per class. And, of course, William Nusser's kind of kicking everybody's you-know-what out there. But that's okay. We've had a lot of questions and ask and everything else like that to put more cars out there. I did go to Brian at the Kansas State Fair Board, and he is willing to let us have a few more cars. It will not, listen to me, will not be open to the public. It's only for the racers to come out. Mike Van Ginderen's going to be there that Thursday night to kind of test the track, see how it's going to go. So we're going to open it up, and you must put your picture on Salt City on that page, on the Salt City Racing page on that post. But you also need to be registered racers on My Race Pass. And as of today, there's 26 of you registered up, pre-registered. So right now, there's just 26 cars going to get to race and practice on that Thursday. So I'm thinking like Kyler and Nick, I'm thinking like starting around 6-ish, give or take right in there. Put 4 cars on the track at a time. Spread them out nice and wide so they can get an open deal kind of do 3 or 4 laps, something like that. Yank them off, yank more back on. Go till dusk. From that part and see how it goes. So what have I left out on that? Anything, guys?
You got any sprint cars coming out for practice?
Yeah, there's a few on there too that have posted. So I think there's 2 or 3 that have posted. All right, Kyler. Got your cheering squad back there, right?
Security guard.
Security dog. Is that what that is? Yeah. So yeah, there's a couple sprint cars on there too already. Kyler has posted their pictures and stuff. But racers, remember, get on My Race Pass and get registered up from that part too. So let's see what we can get for more cars to practice and for that part. Now, remember, I'm not going to charge you to practice on that Thursday. I think we're going to have to probably make it at most just 30 cars. I'm going to go back to Brian with 30 because we're 25, 26 right now that are registered on My Race Pass to go. But again, as you can see the pictures we took over there, what was it, the Monday night?
Yep.
I think the track still looks very good. When I was taking those pictures, I'd step out. It looked like the track was a little soft in a few places, but it wasn't. It's very hard. It's very good. Excited for that part too. So, and Kyler, I'm with you. I want to put some water on it, but Mike says not yet. So, but who knows? A little bit of rain wouldn't hurt. It just rained over there, right, Kyler?
Right. We could use some rain.
Yeah. So anyway, as I go through our notes here and stuff, Nick, let's throw the next thing up on the screen, which is Leanne Scott from the Hutch came together and put together some hotels for everybody coming to Hutchinson.
Chamber of Commerce.
And she did a great job getting out there with the Comfort Inn, the Days Inn, Fairfield Inn, and Holiday Inn, and Super 8, all different hotel rooms there in Hutchinson, and got us some special rates based off of the racetrack. So make sure you know that that's where you want to stay, what you want to do, but there's all kinds of options there. We'll put this up on the website too. I already sent it over to Big Corner Creative to get on the website so people can see that. But there's the phone numbers, there's the rates, and everything else that you have there to get into a hotel room there in Hutchinson if you want to spend the night, either that on the Thursday nights before or Friday night after the races, or on the 2-day event on July 19th and 20th.
Be good for all season.
Yeah. So anyway, if you want to see that, we'll have it up. I don't know if Big Corner Creative got it up on the webpage yet today or not, but hopefully that's up there. But again, Comfort Inn, Days Inn, Fairfield Inn, Hampton Inn, Holiday Inn, and Super 8, all the hotel. I didn't know there's that many hotels in Hutchinson, but I guess there is.
We'll throw it up on Facebook too.
Okay, so there's the hotels. And then Kyler, you want to touch base a little bit. I want to talk about the racers, and we'll have some good drivers meetings and stuff go through here. Before the race, but you had a little issue this weekend with the transponders.
Yeah, so we want to just make sure, guys, that everybody's got their transponders charged up for the weekend. We will have transponders there to rent at the racetrack, as well as to purchase too. We should have a couple that you guys can purchase as well. Not sure on the price of them yet, but we can get that for the next show. But there's a little bit of responsibility on both sides. I think that we need to make sure that our loop's working, which we know was, and then batteries go dead on transponders. This incident, it was during qualifying, and they just didn't happen to have them in. I think we're going to stick to our guns when we say that if we ever do qualifying at Hutch and you don't have a transponder in, you will be going to the back of your group. If it's a malfunction of a transponder and you just don't, or a malfunction on your end or our end or whatever, we'll allow you to have an extra session for that purpose. But just want to make sure you guys have everything in, and not only just transponders, your receivers. We're in a whole new world of racing when we have technology that's above and beyond, and where we can talk to the drivers now. We had an issue out here this weekend that some of our drivers didn't have receivers. That's a very important thing. We don't have corner workers anymore for a reason. It's because we have this awesome technology with these receivers. So we're able to talk to the drivers, and we want to make sure that they have those. And I believe Mel Hamilton sells those as well too, right, Nick?
Yes, we sell all the different varieties. We've got them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw another thing into there too, and not just qualifying. I mean, I think we need it for the races to be mandatory too, Kyle. Why I'm saying that, we need to make it easy. As big as our track's going to be, is to make it easy for the girls scoring, to know where the cars are at and all that kind of stuff. And I hate to tell you, we got busted one time with it. Didn't have it. We got DQ'd.
Yeah.
For that heat, it was a heat race, but it is. I mean, I think it's a deal that it's part of how I'm looking at it. Did you forget your helmet? Get your seat belts, you forget your harnesses, your Hans device, whatever. I mean, it's a way to help us make the races go smoother and easier and stuff. I think it's mandatory.
And the deal with transponders, it is to help us score, but the racers use it as a tool, and I get that. I understand that. And we didn't have our gal up there doing the scoring during hot laps because she was busy doing the registrations, So moving forward, we're going to try to make sure we have our gal up there before the cars hit the racetrack. That way they know that our loop's working. We know that our loop's working, and they know that their transponder's working as well. So there's some responsibility definitely on both sides of the table, but make sure you have your transponders, your race receivers, your neck braces, your gloves, everything, your arm restraints. We're going to be doing a safety check. That's a big racetrack, and we just don't want no issues. We appreciate everybody wanting to come out and play with us, but we want to make we're safe at the same time.
Absolutely.
Totally get it. So anyway, trying to think what else we talked about today before the show. Anything else we're leaving out or anything on that part?
I don't think so. We got all of our ticket equipment going and ready to go.
So you can
buy tickets at the gate. You can buy tickets online. It's going to be cashless. So don't forget that. So we're not going to accept any cash for pit passes or grandstand tickets. So make sure you come prepared there.
Everybody understands why we're doing that. Is it strictly because I need a good electronically driven data that I can take back to the fair board, that I can show them there's no fluff in the numbers or no nothing. They're truthful numbers, so they can see that what they voted for us to go race is true and viable, that there was this many people actually come through that gate from that part. And that's the reason we're doing that, so I can show them that. And there's no fluff that says so let's say 3,500 people went in. There's no way for me to report that 2,500 went in or 5,500 went in or whatever from that part. So just know that that's the only reason I'm doing this. Why I gave plenty of notice for everybody to get ready for that. And I just want to have good reports that I can take back to the fair board to show them this is exactly to the count of exactly how many people come through. This ticketing thing we're using with my race pass, if I give some comp tickets to our sponsors, that we can track those comp tickets and stuff. Also, listen to Eagle Radio. They're going to start giving away some tickets on Eagle Radio over there at Hutchinson, and they're going to have a contest. I don't know what the contest is or whatever, but we're going to be giving away 50 pairs of tickets to the first night tickets on there. So be listening to Eagle Radio on that part. Rob Dreher's getting ready to put that together. We'll have the tickets in his hands by tomorrow, and then they'll get their campaign kicked off and giving away 52 pairs of tickets to some lucky listeners for some kind of contest. Who knows what it's going to be? Kyle, you got an idea would you have a contest or something too up your sleeve?
Well, we could figure something out, I'm sure. I've got some ideas. Hey, I was looking at some of the question, guys, and Danny Cruz said, did you happen to find a transponder in turn 2 at DCRP? We did find a transponder at Dodge City. Danny, if you reach out to me and let me know what it says on the back of it, we'll get it back to you if that is yours. Also, we talked about the fence at being safe and not watching over the fence at Hutch. That's something that we're going to have to take very, very serious at Hutch. We had an incident where sprint cars got in a wreck at Dodge City this week, and we had some safety guys standing there at our entrance, and I happened to be on the end of it and got my knee hit from the wall when those blocks moved. So, we got to be safe. So I think if we find people that they're looking over the fence and we've told them no, and they're continually doing it, we're going to have to start finding them or kicking them out for the night. It's something that we got to take serious at Hutch.
Well, and the thing is, it's not just us, it's our insurance. We cannot afford to lose our insurance from that part. That's why these rules have been put in place. We work very hard with the insurance company, making sure we're safe and we're pitting. That's also why we're pitting on the east side of the track. was the most easiest and economical way we can put things together. Yeah, racers, I'm sorry you're going to have to run around and go over to the on the other side to watch your heat races, but hey, let's get through this first year so we can make some changes next year. Everybody, we've got to fill these stands, we've got to fill these pits, and all that kind of stuff. Then we can do some different things for next year and the years going forward on these pit stuff. Who knows? Maybe we'll figure out this is the better way to pit on that east side after we do it a few times and see how things work and stuff like that too. We are going to have a hot pits inside the center of the track. We are going to make it to where it's one pit cart and 2 people per race car to go inside there. Can't have the whole crew, whole family, and everybody coming inside on the center track. It'll be one pit box or bike or mule or whatever you might have,
and 2 over 18,
and two pit people per car to go inside that track, because just to keep it safe, we're going to have it centered inside there. You'll be right next to where Alan and Craig will be doing the tech. That's another thing we talk about too. Alan and Craig and I did a lot of talking. We were out in Hayes together, of course, out in Dodge together then too. And racers, I don't want my tech people to be real hardcore this year. I'm trying to get as many people to race as we possibly can. That's why we made the transition rules and stuff like that too. And I've told Alan already, we're going to warn people, basically. We'll say, fix it next week or whatever. Now, if it's really, really bad, yeah, we have to DQ somebody with the, how do I say it? Rear end off center. I say that or not. But if it's really flagrant and bad, yeah, we are going to have to do something with that part of it. But I've talked to a lot of racers that want to figure out a way to race and that kind of thing. And it's kind of like on the A-mods. I said, guys, take your spoiler off. If you're an open motor, make sure it's got a pull bar. Make sure you got the Hoosier tires on it. You know what? Let's go race from that part. I'm not going to get that crucial on some of the body parts and sizes and all that kind of stuff from that part. But I just want to have fun and get as many racers out there as we possibly can. I know there's some racers are, thinking they can't race or whatever. We're trying to do our best to get through this first year. The second year, yeah, we can get some more dates, different things and stuff like that, and really get things cooking for the next 3 years after that. But we got to get through this first year, and we've got to get these races under our belt, and we got to fill these stands, people. We got to prove this fair board so we keep racing. So, what else did I leave out? We talked about the wall, keeping people off the wall, that kind of stuff. Practice coming up again. Racers, if you just tuned in, I need you to get on my race pass and register. You need to get your picture on Salt City on the post of practice. Start practice around 6 o'clock. 4 cars on a track at a time, 3 or 4 laps, something like that. Who knows how many times you can get out on that session? We'll just keep lining you up and go. I would like to do it by class. I don't want to have a sprint car out there with a hobby stock or something like that. Part might not be very fun or whatever.
Let's do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. From that part, we'll get out there as many times as we can. Hopefully, we can run till dusk, so we can get a couple hours in there or something like that. We got over there about 8 o'clock, and it was probably about time to shut her down at that time, about 8 o'clock from that part. Anyway, anything in the chat line there we missed or anything so far, gentlemen?
No, I think, one thing we did a little different this last week at Dodge 2 Guys was we had a lot of new rookies out there in the sport mods and the hobby stock divisions. And what we did was actually Kent Lampy, you'll give him the credit for this. He had us tie some pink ribbon on the back of the cars. So if we do have some rookies transition over there, I think we're going to make that mandatory too, that have those rookies tie on some pink ribbon, for the first few races, to let the other drivers know that you're coming on a rookie too. So,
why does it got to be pink? Can it be yellow?
Well, it could be yellow. It could be yellow. But I'll tell you what, it worked really well. And there was a few issues at Hayes that on some rookies we've got, and that's a good thing. We've got the sport's growing, and that's what we need. So, kudos to all the new rookies out there.
Yeah, Barrett said, thanks for laying off for a week for us at Waukene, Kyler.
Well,
He's got a big race coming up. We're pretty excited about that one.
Yeah, and that all comes down to all these promoters that are working together, and that's exactly what it's going to take, is 100%. Everybody getting on the same page and helping each other out, because there's only so many dates that a guy can do, and we appreciate the opportunity to work with everybody too, and we're glad to be team players. So Barrett, thanks for saying something.
Jeremy Kane says, haul the bus to Hutch. I don't know if he's talking about your motor coach or your school bus.
I think he's talking about the school bus. Still looking for a few more.
Is that the flat black one I saw sitting out there?
It's the flat black one. It's getting new tires put on it, and
it looks like you can't see out of the windshield.
Well, we're going to take the windshields out. When I painted it, I just painted everything over. But
I was going to say,
was that your paint job on there, dude?
It was my paint job.
Say,
Hey, don't knock it.
you have to
Don't
race
knock
them
it.
blind.
We're gonna put an eye patch on and have a little tube up through there, and we'll just look through that. But
Maybe
no.
put the drunk goggles on. And,
right. No, we're gonna take all the windows out of it. So we're saying it again. If you got some school buses, reach out to me at Dodge. I'd like to purchase a few more school buses.
It's the monkey bus, he says.
Yeah.
The monkey's in it. Is that what he's trying to say? Okay, so I think we've kind of run out of things. Let's go back through everything real fast, everybody. Again, practice that Thursday on the 25th. If you want to practice, get your picture in there, get registered on my race pass. Got to have both places, or you're not going to practice coming up on the on that Thursday before. We'll start about 6 o'clock, put 4 cars on the track at a time, and go to a little dusk, about 8 o'clock or so, whatever, and see how the old track is and stuff. But I'm just telling you, when Nick and I drove around at Monday night, I got pretty excited. It looks a lot different. It looks a lot better. It looks a lot smoother. So it's going to be exciting and fun to fire off those cars on the 25th. That's for sure. So racers, get out there and get registered if you want to get out there and practice. If you don't, it's okay. Anyway, tickets are open. Get out there and buy your tickets if you want to, too. Eagle Radio is going to start giving away 50 pairs of tickets, some kind of a contest they're going to put together on all their stations. So be tuning in to Eagle Radio there in Hutchinson to see what you can maybe win a couple tickets from that part. So, hotels, you want to throw that back up there again,
Yeah.
Nick? One more time on the hotels. Here's the hotels that Leanne Cox from the Hutch Chamber put together for everybody. Went out and found all the hotels there in Hutchinson and got us some special rates for the racers and stuff like that too. So there's your Comfort Inn, Days Inn, Fairfield, Hampton, and Holiday Inn, and the Super 8. And we'll have that on the webpage too. So if you need to get up and want to stay there, one of the like on the Friday night after a race, or if you want to stay there on the 2-day deal, July 19th and 20th, there's some roommates and stuff for you on all the hotels that Leanne Cost got us dialed in there at the Hutch Chamber. So thank you, Leanne, for putting that all together too.
Ron says, can you share ticket prices and pit passes? Yes, ticket prices for all of the regular races will be $18 for adults. 12 and under will be $12, and pit passes will be $35.
So all that, you can check that out on my race pass, or you can also get on saltcityracingllc.com and pick everything up there on that part too from that part.
Kyler, what's the easiest way to get a hold of you about the transponder?
Yeah, just message me on Dodge City Raceway Parks Facebook Messenger, Danny, and I'll send you my number, and we'll try to get that back to you.
Sweet.
Okay, anything else coming up on the chat line there real quick?
Are we going to need to pay anything for practice?
John, practice is free. I'm not going to charge, and I'll tell you why, because I don't want to have the fairgrounds want to charge me to practice that night. So we're going to be a no charge deal. I think we are going to have to cap it at 30 cars. So I guess you're going to have to make sure you get registered and everything else on that part to get on there. So practice is free on the 25th from that part. But remember, you got to have your picture on the Salt City Racing page on that post. And you also got to be registered on my race pass before, I don't know, the week of.
We'll let you know.
Yeah. Race pass probably going to blow up tonight and everything else too. So if you want to practice or whatever. So anyway, any other questions coming through the chat line, get that going real quick. We can answer a few questions here before we sign off. And again, the hotels, we went through that. We talked about our transponders. Kyler, you want to go back through, since a lot of people joined on here now, and go back through what's happening at Dodge City, give everybody an update on Dodge City.
Yep. So we just got done at Dodge City this last weekend with our Sprint Nationals. Felt like we had a very good weekend to kick off. Besides the wind, everything went fairly smooth, I'd say. So we're excited to kick off our season. The next time that we're on the track will be on April 27th for a DCRP micro shootout. We do have a car show on the 20th. If there's any cars that happen to not make their way to Waukene for any reason, we are asking a few cars if they want to come out there and join that car show out at the United Wireless Arena in conjunction with the DC Storm football team. So we've got a few cars that are going out there. So just involved in a lot of different things to get our name out there. And we look forward to coming to Hutch on Monday to put the new loop in. I think we're going to do that at 5 o'clock we're going to start in the morning on Monday. Put that new loop in. Not sure how much work is ahead of us for that, but had a little help here in the past, rip it out. So we're good there.
That's right. It saves a little time and effort, right? Right, Kyler? Appreciate that help, though. Really do. Anyway, so anything else in the chat line? I think got got finally everything all set up there too. Okay, so if anything else comes in, we'll go through real quick. We got to go through these sponsors again. If without these great sponsors we put together here, this couldn't be happening. That's for sure. First of all, Murphy Tractor and Equipment again. Those guys, Curtis and Dan, have come through with all the great equipment to help us. They're going to keep the equipment coming through the rest of the year and stuff too. We burn up a lot of diesel fuel this first 3 days with Mike Van Genderen. Mike's coming back again that Thursday before to help us set up and go through practice, and he'll be there Friday too, just to make sure we get a good racing service, and also we can all learn how that track's going to change and adapt and all that kind of stuff too from that part. So United Murphy Tractor and Equipment, thank you very much. United Rentals, thank you for the water truck. Appreciate that very much, and we'll get to use that water truck here very quickly for sure. Richardson Brothers Construction out of Hutchinson. John and Ross Richardson have been tremendous helping us set up all kinds of different things. They've thrown the big green John Deere tractor at their force, which I think we got a few people fighting over who gets to drive that to pack the track in, I think, but we're not sure.
I'm going to wheel that.
Hample Oil, helping us out with a little bit of fuel and stuff. Of course, we're running a lot of diesel fuel up too. Ox Equipment and Andel Construction, thank you for helping Mike with the walls. And of course, also Evans Building and Construction is helping us too with a little bit of manpower to help put those walls and stuff up. So thank you, Bill, and your crew. BG Products, all the great preventative maintenance products we use, but BG's coming to help support the races and want to be a part of it. So excited for those guys to be there too. Agri Center putting together side-by-sides in Colorado. Again, once again, it worked out pretty well with the side-by-side. We're going to share between Dodge City and Hutch for the safety guys, right?
Yeah, no, it worked out great, and the guys were tickled, and they got to that wreck fast, and it didn't disappoint. It was awesome. So we appreciate that.
Yeah. Zener Electric, Dusty and Cody were over there Monday night with us, and of course also set us up. Wait, Kyle, you haven't seen it yet. Wait till your flagman sees the trick, little turn on the light switch thing it rigged up for us. Pretty cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, so we've got that rigged up, ready to go. So Zener Electric, Dusty and Cody, thank you very much for helping us out. Construction Rentals coming to Hutchinson out of Salina. They're if we put the lights on up there, we decided that we're going to put about 3 of the other lights on the inside of that track to get that back straightaway lit up really good. Even Dusty thought there was a couple black spots back there that could be lit up a little bit better. So Construction Rentals, it's coming to Hutchinson out of Salina. Thank you guys for everything there. And of course, United Rentals, we're going to burn up some water truck power time on that thing too, because there's a lot of tractor water down and get it ready to go. That's for sure too. So, and Ron Ramsey, yes, it's Racing Dirt. We'll be video streaming all the races from that part, and it's just a great partnership that Kyler has worked up out there in Dodge City, and of course, Mel Hamilton Racing has a great partnership with Racing Dirt with all the other races we do with those guys throughout the year and stuff too. So, gentlemen, what else have I left off? Anything else? Anything else in the chat line? From that part,
Rex says, "Yoo-hoo."
Rex and I used to work together in Hutch. So, Rex, I missed you. You haven't seen you quite a bit on Saturday shows here lately. You've been sleeping in or something like that. Figure out on that part. So, anyway, Kyler, any last comments, questions, anything at all before we sign off and get going so we can keep this ball rolling?
Nope. Appreciate you guys and honored to be part of it.
No, Kyler, thank you a lot. We couldn't do it without you, and your crew couldn't do this at all. So, thank you all your people and stuff for taking the time to come help us. But I will tell you, every one of your people at Dodge City this weekend they came up to me, and I think they're pumped just to go. I think
they're pretty excited.
You've got a pretty good crew out there.
Great run.
I appreciate that.
That you put together out there at Dodge City, and it's like I tell everybody, the funnest place to go race right now around here, in my opinion, is Dodge. I mean, there's a lot of great tracks here in Kansas to go race, but I just love y'all don't get so darn dirty at your track compared to everybody else. That's my part.
I can actually wear halfway decent shoes when I go.
You were wearing flip-flops this weekend.
I was wearing flip-flops when I got there, but I changed into shoes before I started going.
Yeah. So, hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Again, check over Salt City Racing LLC. Email, call us any questions you might have. Check out the Facebook page. Make sure you like us so you stay on top of everything there. We'll have the hotels posted up there. Hit that hotel page one more time real quick, Nick. Here's the hotels
right
in Hutchinson that Leanne Cox from the Hutch Chamber put together for us. So if you're thinking about spending the night over there, whatever, you are in good shape to stay there if you want, of all the different hotels right there in Hutchinson. So again, you want to practice, get registered on my race pass, get your picture on the page. I think we're going to have to eliminate the 30 cars, but that's about where we're at anyway. So that'll work just fine from that part. And Nick, anything last comments or anything?
I don't think so. James Furman says, excited to see you all in a couple weeks. Man, we are excited to see you too.
James, it's going to be fun. Everybody thinks it's going to be fun, a great time. So anyway, tune into Eagle Radio over there starting, I don't know, probably the first of the week. I'm not sure when they'll start their contest, but they're going to be giving away 50 pairs of tickets to the first night. And we'll see how that goes. And who knows what we'll do for the rest of the races with Eagle Radio, giving away more tickets as you go through there on that part too. So everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Kyler, have fun out there in Dodge City. And we'll talk to everybody next Wednesday, 6 o'clock alive, and keep everybody updated that thing too. I'll tune in to you Saturday morning, 9 o'clock too.
Yeah.
For the Under the Hood show. So everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Call, text anytime you need some help or questions. Let's go racing.